Good morning, my friends, and thank you for coming again to Shaving with Rich. Today's shave is brought to you by Clubman shave soap. This is a nice, I don't know if it's vegan or not, but it doesn't have a lot of tallow. I'll be using the Sterling boar brush today, and today's instrument marks another attempt for me to return to the open blade world with my Genco. What is this guy? I can't see it. Oh, Master Barber. This is a Genco Master Barber. This is a looks like a 5/8 blade. I've been trying to. What's been delaying me a lot is that I have been having some trouble stropping, but we seem to have gotten that underway. I've preloaded my brush, and one of the reasons I did go with this soap today is that it's getting pretty low to the bottom. I've got the ring O death that's circling the bottom of the tub, and I'm needing space, so we brought this out to clear the decks a little bit. I'll probably be finishing up with either Clubman aftershave or maybe with it's between three. I got the Lilac Vegetal, my Dog from Every Town, Bay Rum, or regular Clubman. That's kind of where we're heading this morning. This is just going to be a quick utility type shave. I'm not chasing baby's butt or anything today. I'm just gonna get the strokes in and take the tops off. Today is cleaning up day. I haven't been able to get too much of that done. Had a pretty good day in therapy yesterday, and the therapists are saying that I'm making progress where we're supposed to, and I should be back at full strength, or at least full mobility, here in another 3 or 4 weeks. And that's kind of nice. Yeah, it doesn't hurt as much anymore, so played a little piano this morning. I'm kind of feeling full of myself. I got the whole feeling better thing starting. I don't know if I need people to, doctors to validate that I'm feeling better, but it was nice to hear from them that the measurements are showing that I'm getting a little bit more movement in the fingers, and that kind of brings things along. The Clubman soap is actually pretty good soap. It's, for a cheap soap, it does a pretty good job. I put it right in there with the older Williams or other things that I've had experience with. It's about 1.5 notches below Parasso. Doesn't have much of a fragrance to it at all, so it's pretty neutral for me. Other folks might have a more sensitive nose. I know the cats do. And they just sniffed at it, and finding nothing of interest to them, they continued their audit and left. If you guys haven't gotten yourself one of these Sterling brushes, my friends on YouTube who may have just stumbled on me, this is a real bargain of a brush. It's a good thing to get you started. Not out much, and it's a top-notch kind of a bore. Takes a little breaking in. You're gonna have a few lost hairs, but for the most part, it's a good brush for the money. I like this soap because it's pretty easy to lather. It has a pretty wide water band. Essentially, all I did was had a wet brush. I shook it out once and loaded it. Sometimes you need to load a little longer. I've got hard water at my house, so I have to load a little bit more, use more product to get a little more lather, but then when I do that, it gets kind of gummy. So I'm not sure I'm liking that much either, but what you got to do. Well, let's see how we do with this thing today. Well, this dropping helped. This thing is really taking it down. I was looking at the tapes from my last try when I tried to return to open blades, and I found that I was getting real vertical with my, so down here I was getting more acute on my angle, and that might have led to a little bit more irritation. These are geometry issues that for the most part take care of themselves when you're using a double edge or single edge razor. You have full control of it when you use an open blade. Now, what this soap lacks is residual slickness. When I scrape this off, it's giving me enough cushion to get the pass done. It's not giving me a whole lot to work with for buffing. See, there I go. I'm getting open again with this. I need to bring it down. It's trying to conform a square image into a round shape. I've received several Christmas cards, which I thank you guys very much. Got one from Chad and from Nurse Dave yesterday, and I sent out a few myself. The only reason I didn't send one out to everybody is because I didn't have everybody's address. So everybody whose address I had pretty much got one this time. And I'll continue to do that until I can't afford the stamps. It's kind of nice to spread the love a little bit. That's what the season's about. We have a hobby that we gotta do every day anyway, so I might as well have fun with it. And I'm glad that I have guys like you to come and visit me and share my time as I'm taking care of my chore here. I mean, it's not much of a chore because I don't have that many whiskers, but some of you guys who have the manly man beards have to shave once, if not twice a day. It's neat that we have a hobby that we enjoy doing, and guys who actually enjoy this process, taking care of yourself a little bit. That's a good thing. Thinking back on some things that I'd done In the past, it might make an interesting story. Shortly after I got out of college, it was kind of a neat thing. I worked at a credit card company in their security department, where we were taking calls from merchants who were trying to get a authorization on a credit card that may have been stolen or something. And this was in the mid-'80s, so a lot of automation stuff didn't necessarily exist yet. So a lot of stuff that happens now by computer, we were doing on the phone with far less computer power. I had a call from a tire center, and I happened to be in a Sears store. Sears has pretty good, or did at the time, have really good security people, because they're in malls and they have all kinds of people walking in and out, and so they, of necessity, have pretty robust loss prevention on the retail side. Well, we had a fellow in the auto center getting tires put on his car. The car came up stolen, and I took the call. This would have been, in our time, it would have been shortly after midnight, so this is on the West Coast. They were a little late earlier in the day. We'd taken a report from a card being used without this guy's knowledge, and there was a whole bunch of cards that showed up missing. It was like a whole shipment of credit cards had been intercepted. So it was pretty easy and open and shut. But we declined the purchase, and I have to talk to the card user, because you have to give them the benefit of the doubt a little bit and make sure that it's not actually the card user. So you have to verify that you're talking to the right guy. And this particular card member's name was unusual, that he was obviously an Eastern European. His name had C's, Z's, and Y's, and K's, and all kinds of peculiar places. So I simply asked the guy on the phone if he could spell his name. And he took exception to that and decided he was going to try and bolt. So he not only got a pretty good takedown from the security guys at Sears, there wasn't quite as much pushback on people being a little bit more physical in their detention processes at time. The guy also lost his car. But the fellow we picked up was obviously not Eastern European, and couldn't spell his name. As I recall, he didn't have a real good grasp of common English either, but I don't remember all of that. But I do think it was kind of fun that we had somebody who couldn't spell his name and panicked and ran. It was a catch of the day, sort of a story that we would put on the bulletin boards. It was a lot of fun in those days. I miss that. I was, golly, maybe 23 at that time. It was, had a lot of learning to do. And company's really taken off since we've left there. That's how I met my wife, as a matter of fact. We started the same day. That was a neat story. We're gonna try a third pass here. My hand's getting tired, so I'm kind of wondering if I wanna, I'll see how this thing goes. If I get shaky, I'm gonna switch to that Fat Boy again. Yeah, I'm gonna have to switch. I'm sorry, guys. So it's a 2/3 of a shave with the open blade, and we'll finish up with the DE. This is the same Fat Boy I've been using a couple days now. Same blade I've been using for about a month now. Still going. It's starting to show its age a little bit, but I do like my Fat Boys. I don't know if these are my absolute favorite, but it's an iconic razor and everybody likes them. So maybe I'm liking it because of an expectation that I should like it. I don't know. This lather is also starting to disintegrate a little bit. So as I'm racing against the diminishing soap, I'm going to finish up my third pass. I'm still catching a lot of whiskers because my technique might be a little off with the open blade still. There was a time I did most of my shaves open bladed. Since I had the surgery, I haven't. It's been what, 3 months now. Okay, let me clean up here. I've got 3 passes. I feel almost pretty good about this. I'm not chasing babies, but I'm going to go ahead and just whack this part down. One more thing. I'm going to finish cleaning up, and I'll be right back. And we're back. We got it all cleaned up. We finished our shave today. It's very satisfactory, using the Clubman, and it is vegan, although it's got a lot of, in tiny print, unusual ingredients, including sorbitol. I guess that's to make it taste good if you eat it. We followed up with the always pleasant put on Clubman aftershave. We used the Sterling boar brush, and alternately between times we used the Genco Master Barber and the old favorite Gillette Fat Boy. Thank you guys for coming to visit me, and we'll see you again. And as always, you can find me on the pages of shavingcadre.com. We have a video of my vlog, and there's a lot of other guys who do just wonderful work on their things. We'll see you next time. Have a good day.